Good morning, Honey Bear. I am busy doing practical thinking. I spent a while the last few months doing impractical thinking or dream thinking, and now it's kind of like it's come down to crunch time where I can fantasize about how I want my life to be, or I can do the things to make my life how I want to be. What I have learned is that it's good to fantasize and try different stuff out, but that you shouldn't just go with the first thing because it may not work. You should be open to it, but if it's not working, I think you need to realize that right away and take steps to make sure that doesn't become more of a problem. Like, for instance, I love my tourism job. It's a blast. Even when it gets busy, it's kind of exciting. So I'm kind of bummed that it's probably not going to last the rest of my life. I'm not sure how practical it is to go into the tourism industry. I think they're relatively low paid jobs. I don't know if you can get a $15 an hour and up job in the tourism industry, or what you would have to do to get that. So maybe a little more research on my part would be good, but it may not be the kind of industry that is going to cover my needs. Not like the financial services industry or something like that. Same with the medical profession. They pay you pretty poorly if you work in a medical office. Usually the minimum they can get away with like $12 or less. So that's typically a bad field to go into. So I wouldn't know about that about tourism if I hadn't tried it. And that's what I mean. You have to try stuff and find out what you like and what you don't. And go beyond that to what works. And trying to be practical. In my life, it means that if I find something that doesn't work, I have to move on to something that is more likely to work, because life is too short to constantly be stressing about things not going the way you want. And I think you have to take responsibility and make them go the way you want as much as you can. You don't control everything, but you can definitely take a chance on things going the right way by making the right decisions and using good judgment. But I think to get that judgment, you have to try things, and that's why I think going to City College was a really good thing for me to do, because if I hadn't commuted and seen how just kind of exhausting that whole rigmarole was with juggling doctor's appointments and going to job things and going to school things, and if you add on top of all of that, you'd have homework too. It becomes an unmanageable mess. I'd basically work and go to school, and I'd have no time to cook, and no time to spend time with you. And then you have all the rest of it going on, exams, and if you have to work overtime. So I just think that knowing that now I can go correspondence school is really the right thing for me to do to get a degree. So I don't know. I'm pretty excited. I'm not bummed that things are not working exactly as intended. I'm more like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that before. And I'm pretty ecstatic that I'm getting more of a clear picture of what to do to make my life how I want it. I hope you like the fact I want to work, because frankly, who couldn't use more money? Second of all, I think it'd make me happier, because I don't know, sticking around the house all the time, it loses its zest. You feel kind of useless and like you're just killing time, waiting for something to happen, and I don't really like that. I was ready for a change and to go back to work, so I'm really glad to be back at work. I just wish they paid me more. Then again, the hours really suck. I really don't know how I would see you. I don't know what your hours are anyhow, but I know you're not in town a lot. It would really piss me off if I had to work the whole time you were here. So that is a really big drawback to that kind of industry, is that you're not going to have a 40-hour 9 to 5 or 8 to 5 job. You're going to have a scattered weekends, weeknights job, and you're not going to see your loved ones or your family, which sucks. So that's another drawback to the tourism industry. I wouldn't have known that if I didn't try it. So there you have it. Trial and error. Life at its best. Love you, Maynard. I will talk to you later. I have to get this uploaded and hopefully on the site by today. Talk to you later. Bye.